Hey, this is Ralph Garman, and you are listening to the Movie Madhouse. What are you thinking? You know how many options there are on the internet, and you're wasting your time at the Movie Madhouse? Don't tell these guys, but seriously, examine your life.
And welcome to the Movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
I messed that up. There we go.
And I'm Mitch.
There we go.
And I'm Stefan.
Yay!
Guys, welcome back. It's always a blast having you guys here.
I'm excited for this one.
It's always a pleasure to be here. Very excited.
Yes, this one, it was interesting when the topic came up. There was a lot of giggles because, well, Jason wasn't with us at this point, so it was just us giggling over here, thinking about his reaction to this.
Don't start with me. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what I just missed. My phone, it just cut me out.
Oh, it knew you didn't want to hear what I just said.
Okay. All right.
Now that's a nice phone. Look at that. Nope, you don't want to hear him.
Okay.
Awesome. So how have you guys been?
We're good.
Yeah. What episode are you guys up to now?
25, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah,
that's correct.
I have no idea. Something like that.
Mitch says maybe.
I listened to your year-end show, the best of, worst of. It was very interesting categories.
We have to have the good and the bad because I like to go negative a little bit, you know.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm an agent of chaos.
Yeah, we haven't done too many negative lists. We've done a few, but not that many.
Man, I love to just be a nasty dude every once in a while.
Our negative one was still good because it was the worst, best B-grade horrors.
Yeah.
You know?
So, and we had our 5 worst zombie films.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were here for that one, I think, right?
I think you were.
Yeah. I think so.
Wow.
Is that the first?
We were, you're right.
Maybe.
That's correct.
The Dead Don't Die being, I think, the number one.
Yeah.
I try to block that one out. I really do.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Oh man. And you hate Jaws.
I don't hate Jaws. I just think it's very mediocre.
That's somehow more offensive.
Exactly.
I know I am anxious to hear Jason's list. After we did our last recasting of Lost Boys, his being Lost Boys Answer the Call, I'm very curious to see.
There was none of that going on here. No, not this time around. No, it would be difficult to find a believable leading actress that can take down a shark. Honestly, like,
wow,
believably. I'm saying believably.
Oh, you're not making it better.
I know. Anyways, moving on.
I think Jason just got canceled. Guys.
Grab my hand, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm pulling you out of that hole.
Okay, all right.
There we go. Yank you out of there.
Also, I think you'll enjoy my Chief Brody pick then.
Oh, all right.
Rhea Perlman.
Okay, now I believe I believe a woman can kill a shark. That woman, barehanded, could take that one out. All right, well, let's get right to it then, because I am curious to see some picks. And why don't we'll start at the bottom with Stefan. We'll go Mitch, Jason, James, and we'll go in a circle there. So,
wonderful.
Stefan, we'll start with the director. Who did you pick to direct this?
So Jaws is sacred territory for me, sacred water, if you will. I wanted somebody who could both impart the comedy elements along with the drama and the horror moments adequately. And the person that I picked is Karen Kusama, who has done Destroyer, which I think has like a good hardened central character, almost like a Quint styled person that heads that movie, which it's the character played by Nicole Kidman. She's also obviously done The Invitation, another movie that I like a lot. She did do some. She directed an episode of Yellow Jackets, which is a series that I absolutely love.
Hearing a lot of buzz on that one.
It's a really good show. I highly recommend it. Yeah.
Yellow Jackets, buzz. I get it.
Anyways,
That was
I'm
unintentional,
gushing.
honestly. Completely unintentional.
I mean, I didn't even pick it up. If Rob had said nothing, I would have just steamrolled past that. You know?
Yeah, no, can't unpick up that stick. No, I got it.
Thank God somebody sharp is here because Surly isn't. Anyways,
excellent.
that's my pick.
I didn't know the name, but I know the films. So yeah, that's a very interesting style.
Yeah, I
Even
like
her-
that pick.
The stuff that she does that I don't like, I think is still successful. Like The Outsiders, The Outsider, which is a show based on a Stephen King novel. I think like the first 2 episodes are really great, and then it just drops off a steep cliff. And unfortunately, her episodes is one of those that's not successful, but it still has good elements. So I think she would be a great pick to rock and roll here.
Excellent. All right, Mitch.
My
who's your
turn.
pick for director.
Well, this was a very difficult choice because I was telling Stefan I had a list of probably 20 names where I was like, oh, I could see them doing a good job here, and Karen Kusama was actually one of them. But I wanted to go with someone who wouldn't be the safe pick. I went with, not at you, because I mean I could see people and maybe they'll get to, but Christopher Nolan or Denis Villeneuve, who I really like Denis Villeneuve, but I figured they'd be safe picks.
Yeah,
I went with a guy who's done some smaller films, but some really good stuff and movies where he gets great performances out of his actors. And I went with Jeff Nichols, who's the director of Midnight Special, Mud, Take Shelter, which is fantastic. I just thought I wanted to go with someone who was less, sort of, I want to say genre based or big budget sort of thrills, and more someone whose characters and performances and things like that, because that's what in my mind makes Jaws just rise above the sort of classic or standard creature feature. It makes it more than that, is the characters and the interactions between them. So I went with Jeff Nichols because I think he'd do a great job here.
Nice.
I just want to say hell yeah. I'm super on board with that. Great choice. Do you like Midnight Special?
I do.
Awesome. Good to know. I'm a fan.
Can we go back to Texas now?
All right then, Jason. Who's your pick for director?
Okay. Now, there's. I'm trying. I'm having trouble finding the words here.
Keep in mind. Keep in mind. You cannot have Ben Affleck as the director and the shark.
No. I didn't bring Affleck into this, but what I want, what I picture for this remake is a big name cast, a relatively big name cast, but an intimate, intense kind of story.
Okay.
So I want Gavin Michael Booth to direct it.
Oh, who's sucking up now? Look at
No. Come on now. I've seen enough of his work. I've seen enough of a range in his work that I think you give him the reins, you give him the cast that I have lined up, and I think you can get something special.
Wait.
And I sent him my cast list, and he didn't disagree.
Yeah.
He even gave me a casting, he requested a change. So there is one of my characters was actually changed according to the director, or at least I changed it because of his suggestion. So
already bowing to the director. Can't even have your own pick. My gosh.
No, I still made the pick, but it wasn't my first pick. So
what kind of casting director are you?
Right?
I'm not.
We're giving you a bill. I will tell. All right,
that's a good answer.
All right, I don't know what the budget would be for some of these. So.
Oh Lord, good thing we're not thinking of budget on these, right?
Exactly.
James, who's your pick?
Okay, I went with someone who's doesn't have too many films with, because you go with Spielberg, who did this movie, and because he has such a vast library of films, he can be hit and miss. and this was one of his first films. So I went with the director who's equally good at making a big movie and a small movie, and has pretty much an all-hit record at the moment. So I went with Rian Johnson.
Did you say all hit?
Yes. I felt you get like J.J. Abrams comes back with Force Awakens, and then Rian Johnson took it up to another level. I said up. And
oh, he took it to another level.
I'm a Rian Johnson fan, so I'm down with this.
I have yet to be disappointed by a Rian Johnson movie.
Yeah.
I can't say that, but I am a fan of his work. I really, really, really like Knives Out. And yes, I think based on just what he gave us with Knives Out, I could definitely see him doing this. Yes.
I will confess, with what he did with Last Jedi, I thought was good. My only problem with that film is the lack of studio involvement in a trilogy and decided to play telephone with directors. That's my whole problem with it. So it is not him. I thought he did great with what he had.
I never even thought of it that way, but yes, that perfectly explains that trilogy.
Yeah. It's wow. And tag, you're it. Now you finish it. What?
It really was. They played telephone with Star Wars.
Yep.
That makes me angry.
I have no opinions on this.
That feels offensive. That really feels offensive.
But very good pick. Yes. I only had to mock you a little bit because
it's okay. It's okay. I know Last Jedi is very divisive.
I don't think it should be. I think it's a really good, like, of the new movies that are core films. I think it's the best one since the original trilogy, in my opinion.
Disagree.
That's just it.
What
trilogy could have been great?
Mitch,
right?
What's better than The Last Jedi?
I thought The Last Jedi was terrible. I think Rogue One, although I guess sorry.
Rogue One is the best.
Part of the
I agree.
Rogue
One is the best.
But sorry to everyone that is a Star Wars lover, I don't care about the recent movies, so they're relatively meaningless to me.
Are you a Trekkie?
Mitch is on timeout.
I'm wondering if he's a Trekkie.
No, I'm not a Trekkie either.
We don't like your kind around. We don't like your kind around here.
Mitch only watches football, so.
All right.
Not only, I guess.
Which football?
American football.
Okay.
And now we know. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Let me see. My director. I picked my director because of the eclectic style of his films. I think he could take this and twist it, but still keep the core of the story. I picked Oliver Stone.
Oh,
interesting.
Hasn't done a lot lately, but when you get back to Natural Born Killers, JFK, and all that, with all the different cameras and cuts and edits, and he really mess with this film in a really unique way.
What was Oliver Stone's last movie?
I gotta be honest, I haven't got it.
I want to say one of them was World Trade Center. Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps.
Savages.
Yeah.
That was a while ago, though. There's been nothing since.
Maybe he may have released something, but
well, he put out another 3 or 4 cuts of Apocalypse Now, and no, not Apocalypse Now. The Alexander.
I was gonna say he didn't even do that one. Let me see.
Can't make that movie good, you know.
Oh, it looks like he's in pre-production on one, but the last. Oh my God, he's got to get over it. The last 2 credits he has is JFK Destiny Betrayed and JFK Revisited.
Interesting. Just cutting his own movies again.
Yeah, it looks like Snowden was the last film.
Oh yes.
Okay. That was pretty good, but doesn't stand out really.
I didn't watch it, but
yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I guess he was Snowden, right? Am I incorrect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has voice.
All right.
How creepy was it? It was Snowden. What does it sound like? Can you imitate it for me?
I don't even know what it. I need lines to read when I'm trying to do these.
It was just doing a very nasal performance, and
Okay, now we're on to some of the actors. Here we go. First one is Meadows, Mayor's right-hand man. Stefan.
Well,
Yes,
he's also
the all-important Meadows.
He's the newspaper guy, right? Meadows.
Yeah.
Mustachio. Yeah. Yes. Meadows is the guy who's like, want to get a picture for the paper? Can you get that guy out of the picture? We need the picture for the paper. He's that guy. That's a bad impression because I can't do impressions, but that's Meadows.
It's not. I was there, man. I was like I was watching the film.
You guys are gonna behold my one-man Jaws show tonight. I picked.
Do you realize who the original Meadows was?
Well, the other one's our next pick, Ben Gardner, is Carl Gottlieb, who's of import.
Something Kingsbury.
Meadows is Carl Gottlieb.
Meadows is Carl Gottlieb?
Yes, he is.
I thought Ben Gardner was Carl Gottlieb. But anyways, I wanted somebody who would be a funny character actor who wouldn't draw the audience away from this role, who could kind of like do the funnier lines and be a weird newspaper dude. And I picked Paul Walker Hauser from I, Tonya. I can't remember what else he's done, but he's like super funny.
Richard Jewell.
Yeah, he's Richard Jewell. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's super funny. He'd be hilarious as a newspaper dude in a remake of Jaws. I just want to see him in more stuff, so I picked him.
That's
not my dog barking.
That was the seal of approval.
Hey,
there you go.
Sorry.
All right.
He's very excited about my pick.
Right?
No. It's the security system, right? Somebody came in the door.
Yeah,
I have one of those too.
Someone walked by the house. Get out of my hair. All right, Mitch, who have you got for Meadows?
All right. Well, I like your pick, Stefan. I think
Thank you.
It works. And you're right. I went with sort of a similar idea with someone who would be, who could be funny sort of character actor and deliver some of these lines and be enjoyable, but not distracting. And so I went with an actor from Succession, which I don't know if I know Stefan watches. I went with Matthew McFadden, who plays Tom on Succession, who's a lot of fun on that show, and I think that he would be enjoyable here. But again, not so big that he's distracting, but still enjoyable and bring some life into an otherwise sort of character who's not overly important to the story here.
Cousin Greg should also be cast in this.
Wait till I get to Bruce.
Great pick. Jason, who is your Ben Gardner? Or sorry,
Meadows.
Yes.
I immediately I tried to go just kind of half sleazy reporter dude, and well, it's kind of typecasting, but I went with Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
I feel like that's just his niche. He can play just that little bit of a annoying dirtbag reporter. Like he's done it numerous times. I'm pretty sure. It's just it's a role that's made for him. And again, you talk he's a star, but he's not an overpowering star.
Exactly. Very good pick. James. Oh, he's laughing already.
It's Clint Howard, isn't it?
Okay, no. Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying, outside of Quint, Hooper, and Brody, in my opinion, again, I apologize. It's a lot of forgettable nothing roles. So I thought I would try and cast recognizable, well-known actors in these roles so that they'd be memorable. Because I honestly can't remember any. No. I'm looking through all the pictures. I'm like, I don't remember any of these guys from the movie. They do not stand out at all, except for Quint, Hooper, and Brody. So for Meadows, I cast James Marsden. I went on the looks and tried to pick an actor today that looks similar to how they looked in the movie. So I went with James Marsden for Meadows.
A true bag of milk actor.
A bag of milk?
Well, he was a phenomenal Corny Collins.
You gotta define that for me.
Like the most vanilla, amorphous actor. Like
there you go. It's still more memorable than whoever portrayed him in the original.
I don't see any resemblance here at all. James Marsden is like a handsome,
Well,
hunky-
there's been a few No. Here's what it was. Picture him in Anchorman 2.
Did he just have like a mustache?
He had like the 70s. He had like the 70s hairdo and stuff.
Everybody did. That's not unique.
And I'm already crying, and we're like 2 picks in.
I got to stand up for the guy. Have you not seen Hop? Okay, come on, seriously.
How about? Oh, jeez.
That rabbit movie,
right?
Or bunny?
Rabbit.
Hey, Marsden was a great Corny Collins in Hairspray. Damn it! All right, like, he was awesome.
I don't dislike James Marsden. I just think it's an interesting choice for an interesting substitute for this character.
I get it. Okay, you're calling him the token white guy.
There you go.
They're all. The movie is full of token white guys.
White guys.
What do you do?
Mine ain't. Not no more.
Same here. Let's do this.
Well, with my Meadows, I went with someone who's already played a reporter type person and did it in that sleazy way, so I think he could nail this. It was Jake Gyllenhaal. After Nightcrawler.
Interesting.
Yep, you got it.
If you want to win the lottery, you gotta buy. What is it?
You gotta buy a ticket.
You gotta make the money to buy a ticket.
To buy the ticket. Yeah, there you go.
All right, next person run.
I remember watching the trailer on the Madhouse with Rob and Mike, and the first trailer just showed that you gotta buy a ticket like 3 or 4 times in that trailer. We had no idea what the movie was about at all. All we knew is you gotta buy a ticket.
It's probably my favorite script that I've read
It's a
of the last
movie.
10 years. It's a great script too. All right, Ben Gardner. What does he say? Ben Gardner from the perched on the windshield of his boat says, "Oh, these people are gonna dig out their boats and we're gonna wish their mothers never met their fathers," or whatever he says. And then he's ahead. I was thinking, what would be the perfect head? Like, we have our Hooper underwater investigating this decimated boat, and a head pops out. What should that head look like? And I came up with what I felt was my perfect head, and I picked John Carroll Lynch.
Oh.
Really?
Great actor, great character actor. Again, doesn't draw attention to the fact that he's in the movie if he is cast in it. So people aren't like, when this fucking like say Steve Buscemi, it's like Steve Buscemi's fucking head or something like that.
It's crazy.
Like, yeah, nobody's saying that. And he's like, Zodiac is one of my favorite movies. He plays the prime suspect of being the perpetrator of the Zodiac crimes, and great role, great actor. He's also in The Invitation with Karen Kusama, so there's that connective tissue. I love him. I want to see him in more stuff.
Good call. Nice.
I think that's a great pick, Stefan.
Thank you.
Now,
And also in one of my favorite Walking Dead episodes.
Who is he in The Walking Dead?
There's one episode where Morgan, it's called Here's Not Here, and Morgan stumbles upon a guy in a cabin, and he plays a guy named Eastman who teaches him Aikido and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay. Yeah.
I forgot he was in there.
Yeah, same here.
Just that one episode.
Yeah.
It was a good episode, though.
Yeah.
All right, Mitch, who's your Ben Gardner?
All right. Well, I went with a gentleman who is not the Zodiac killer, but if he was,
he could allegedly
certainly wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I actually chose John Carroll Lynch as well.
Wow.
Yeah, no, for all the same reasons that Stefan said, I thought he's the perfect head to pop up and scare the shit out of unsuspecting viewers. Great actor, great head. Well done, Stefan. I had the exact same pick.
Great job.
That's it.
Well done. Wow. That's very rare on recasting.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, who is your Ben Gardner?
Well, for my Ben Gardner, I wanted a happy neighbor. And right now, there's only one guy who plays that role perfectly, and that's Jason Sudeikis.
Really?
Jason Sudeikis with the mustache. Just it's rehashing of Ted Lasso, but I don't give a shit. Jason Sudeikis is Ben Gardner. Fuck yes.
Sorry, all I can think of is We're the Millers. Sorry.
You haven't seen Ted Lasso.
True. Very, very true.
I also liked Colossal, I have to say.
I've never watched that one. I've never watched that one.
Jason Sudeikis and the turn he makes in that movie.
Yeah, he becomes a real good villain very, very quickly. Not to spoil
man.
but
Absolutely.
I gotta check that one out.
Oh, dude. Absolutely. Okay. James. Ben Gardner.
Okay, so I went. This is my lone choice of someone from the original movie popping up in this one, and even though he rehashed his own character, in Piranha, he's playing a different one in this. So I went for Ben Gardner. I went with Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, interesting.
As the crotchety old guy.
You're just trolling us now.
So now he's not the guy finding the head. He is the head that the guy finds.
No, isn't it? This is. I was reading up on it. Isn't this the guy that Well, he used that buy the ticket or whatever. He's from the trivia I read. He was the guy that coached Robert Shaw on how to be that kind of crotchety old hunter.
Yeah, I believe that's true.
Yeah.
So I thought Richard Dreyfuss could probably pull that out.
Well, yeah, their relationship and all.
You're making a nightmare film for me, I have to say.
Well, then you'll like my pick for Ben Gardner because I went somewhat with what you did. You wanted the perfect head that was going to bob up out of the boat.
I didn't even remember that it was the same head as that guy.
Ben Gardner's boat they find down there. But you also wanted someone that had sea legs up on top to talk about it, right? So I had to go with Johnny Depp.
This movie's insane, Rob. You got Jake Gyllenhaal
and I'm trolling.
What is going on here?
Nobody can afford the cast I have. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, but you talk about a spotlight, Steve. Come on
Eleven.
now.
Yeah, I'm in the upside down now.
Yep. Yes, you are.
Apologies. James, who was your pick?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Oh, right.
Why not? I'm down with that. I like those kind of winks. I really do.
I'm going to start sweating soon, I think. I might already be sweating. I don't know.
All right, Stefan, let's see who your Mrs. Kittner is.
So I rediscovered this actor on a show that I described earlier, and that show is Yellow Jackets. And she came out of a long lull of not acting because she hadn't been offered roles that existed outside of romantic comedies. And that actor is Christina Ricci. Because in Yellow Jackets, she can ream somebody out 150%, and she could also portray Mrs. Kittner. To me, is potentially a little bit of an overbearing mother a little bit in the film, and I think she could fulfill that role quite well. And again, it wouldn't be distracting, and she would just be a wonderful oddball, and she could slap Brody well.
Yep, she can get up to height. She's a short girl.
She's a short girl. But she can do it.
I guess it depends on who his Brody is.
Yeah.
Wait and find out.
There we go. All right, Mitch, who's your Mrs. Kittner?
So I chose someone who's going to slap Brody and then tell him to say goodbye to these. It's Judy Greer, who you in Arrested Development or recently she was in the Halloween movies. I mean, primarily known as a quirky best friend character in romantic comedies, but I think she's got some decent dramatic chops and would do a decent job here.
I'm on board with this.
Wow,
she's so underused in the Halloween movies. It's a shame. She's such a talented person.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing in those movies.
Yeah,
that's
especially
my
the second one.
See, I prefer more to think Ant-Man because her scenes shine in those movies. So let's go Ant-Man, not Halloween.
I like the rom-com stuff, so that's where she is for me.
Who doesn't like Judy Greer?
It's true. Only a monster. The shark, probably. I don't know.
That's right.
Yep. All right, Jason, who is your Mrs. Kittner?
I wanted a powerful presence here. I wanted somebody who, when she has that moment, she's gonna take it and you're gonna feel it. And that's Jada Pinkett Smith. She won't slap Brody. She's gonna rip his friggin' face off.
I'm a huge Demon Knight fan, so that casting, that movie rips, and her performance is great.
I need to revisit that one. I haven't seen that one in a long time, but I do like that one a lot.
Yeah, I love that movie. Mitch would probably hate it. Maybe it should be an episode for.
Maybe I haven't seen this movie, so
yeah.
I think it's too good for you to dislike it, to be honest. But who knows?
Here we go. Another podcast moment. Should it be an episode? Hashtag yes or hashtag no.
Please say yes.
Feel free to comment below.
It worked for Kevin Smith.
Exactly. All right, James, who's your Mrs. Kittner?
Okay, this is another character that I do not remember at all, so I just went by the picture and lady with hair and glasses. So,
lady with hair.
I went with someone I do remember from stuff like Beautiful Girls and Goonies. So I went with Martha Plimpton.
I'm not upset at this.
I like Martha Plimpton.
Oh yeah, I think we just talked about Martha Plimpton. She's in Mass, right?
Yeah, she is, which is awesome. Watch that movie if you haven't.
It's a great pick. I just can't believe you don't remember her. She smacks him across the face.
Her son that's eaten by a shark.
Alex Kittner, your fingers are beginning to prune. That's Miss Kittner right here.
I think Martha Plimpton could put more emotion behind that.
I think Martha Plimpton's a better actor than I am. Yeah, I agree.
You want a little trivia on that? I cannot remember the name of the actress who played her. Just one second, I'm going to pull that up.
I think she died recently.
She did just die recently. Lee Fierro, there we go. She went into a restaurant in over in Amity area and sat down, was up there, opened it up, and they have the Alex Kittner burger. And she's like, "What?" So brought the waiter over. She goes, "Yeah,
slapped him.
I played his mom." And he goes, "Really? Just a second." So he went back and got the owner. The owner comes up and she goes, "Yeah, I was in this movie. I played the mom." He goes, "I know. I played your son."
I read that. Yeah.
I remember that story.
Jeff Voorhees, he runs the restaurant. So I thought that was hilarious.
Who would eat a burger of an eaten child? Okay, fucking Mitch. There you go.
Hell yeah.
If it's right with the right kind of barbecue sauce, I'm all in.
I can't lie. Yep.
I go to the works. I've tried some of their weird patties.
Oh yeah, they could be rough.
The best would be if you could get yellow lettuce, because then it looks like a little raft.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Okay, well, my Mrs.
You dip
Kittner,
the lettuce in mustard. There you go.
That's right. My Mrs. Kittner, I went for powerful again, and I've seen this woman pull out some nasty chops every once in a while. I went with Sigourney Weaver.
Ooh. I'm down with this.
Yeah, and she's at the height, so she can smack any of my Brodies. It doesn't matter.
She just
She couldn't believably kill a shark, though, right, Jason?
Well, she did take down an alien queen, so I guess there's an exception to the rule. There is an exception to the rule.
I got your back, Jason. That's not a shark. Queen Xenomorph is not a shark.
That's true. Well, there wasn't in water. Sigourney Weaver's better in water.
Okay. Michael Brodie. Now the pivotal little boy. Stefan. Who did you
so this is, I don't think the kid who plays Michael Brodie in the movie does a particularly wonderful job. It's fine. Like, there's a few good lines. And then he's catatonic for a section of the movie. And I don't know a lot of child actors, to be completely honest. So I was thinking of who I saw that I enjoyed that could deliver some just like probably the movie's weakest lines. And my option is Roman Griffin Davis, the actor from Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, nice.
Again, this is a nothing. Like, he doesn't really do anything. He's in a fucking raft for a little bit, or a dinghy, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, wait till Rob tells you that he picked Robert De Niro for this role.
Have you been looking at my list? He has a pivotal scene though with his father with no words
at the dinner table.
That is good. That is good. I agree.
So that's kind of what I was looking at when I picked mine.
Yeah,
Mitch, who do you
Yeah, much like Stefan, I don't know a lot of child actors.
It's not what you're paying
a lot of the
attention
names.
to.
You're not alone, guys. Those ones are always harder.
Yeah, and so as James would say, it's a boy with hair. I chose Jacob Tremblay, who's maybe the most famous child actor in that age range at the moment. So I picked him because he's proven that he can.
I can't believe I didn't think of that guy.
So I went with him.
I like him a lot. I've seen multiple things with him. He is really, really good.
You should have casted modern day Haley Joel Osment.
But you do understand this kid's 16 years old.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Who is?
Jacob Tremblay.
Oh, is he? The children age, man. I forgot about that.
I know it's a weird thing, right?
Well, allow me to just get into my pick because Jacob Tremblay was my initial pick.
Okay.
And it was my director choice who pointed out that he was a little old for the role. So that was the one he requested that he thought I should consider recasting. So I tried to go a little lower, and then I remembered I really liked the kid who played Wiccan of the two twins from WandaVision. So not the speedster, the other one, the telepath. And his name is Julian Hilliard.
That sounds familiar, actually.
So I think he's at the right age, and the role that he played on WandaVision showed some good dramatic chops there. So I think he'd do well.
All right.
Oh, it's the fucking kid from The Haunting of Hill House. Yeah. Okay, good pick.
I only know him from WandaVision, so
watch The Haunting of Hill House. Watch it.
No, I don't want to.
No. Okay.
Don't want to. I'm too busy rewatching Legend of Vox Machina for the third time.
James, your turn. What teenager did you cast as a 5-year-old boy?
I got to give kudos for the pick for Jacob Tremblay. I did not consider him. So I went with a kid. I went with another kid around that age that would have more personality than the kid in Jaws, and I went with Jackson Nichols. He was the little kid from Fun Size and Bad Grandpa.
Jackson Nichols.
Don't think I haven't seen either one of those.
Grandpa.
I don't know if I've seen
that's
either
on
one
the
of those,
internet
so.
now, so it's true.
He's the kid from Bad Grandpa.
That kid.
The kid.
And I can't mock you because it doesn't give his age. Darn it!
He's 18 years old.
What?
Well, Bad Grandpa came out a while ago.
A few years ago, yeah.
A few years ago.
From all the pictures I could see, he's still a little kid.
Okay, it's like seriously, I could cast Robert De Niro.
Just 21 Jump Street it.
I'm sure Robert De Niro's got another kid now, so do that.
Well, with mine, I tried to find the youngest actor that I'd seen recently that actually did a good job, and it was a little boy from a series. Oh, why are we laughing? Did I say a funny?
I found a kid who actually did a good job. Like, man,
nobody's ever good enough for you, Dad.
I know, right? It was a kid I saw on 1883 because I'm diving deep into that.
Oh yes.
Oh, I'm on season 3 of Yellowstone, so I'm not ready to go back there yet.
It doesn't matter. I watched 1883 first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His name's Audie Rick, and he plays Tim McGraw and Faith Hill's little boy in this.
Oh, John. Yeah, nice.
Yes, and he has got some great moments where there's no words. And to me, like I said, that dinner table thing is the pivotal scene. So,
is there an actual show with Faith Hill and Tim McGraw?
Oh yeah,
it's a prequel series to the show Yellowstone.
And it's amazing.
That's what everybody says about Yellowstone, but I feel like it's the show that, like, I think you people are the first individuals who I know that have watched that show.
It's like
I'm 3 seasons in.
Yeah.
If Tim McGraw and Faith Hill aren't enough, it also has Sam Elliott.
Right? The man was born on a horse. Okay.
Yeah,
It's true.
But yeah, it's like an amped up Dallas, literally.
Okay.
You know, the only thing that drives me nuts in that movie is they're constantly going, well, we got 2 more years and the ranch will be out of money, blah, blah, blah. But then they go around and it's like, okay, you want to get this? Money's no object. I don't care. It's like, well, what is it? Are you rich or are you poor? Pick up.
They're both.
I just see trailers for it, and it's always Kevin Costner saying some cheesy line like, I think God's going to sit this one out, or some shit like that. And I'm just like, I don't think I need to watch this.
Confess, it is good. Like, I binged all 40 hours. It's good. But I like 1883 better.
Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan.
He's here.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, so that was my Michael Brodie, since we got so off topic. Now we're on to Mayor Vaughn, the guy who says it's safe to swim in the water.
That's what you get when you invite Mitch and I. We go off topic all the time.
Why off the rails?
I do that by myself. Don't worry. The description was for the benefit of James, so he knows which character we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, probably still, you're just like, that's just a guy with hair.
That's right.
In a suit.
In a suit. It's got anchors on it, so you know he's a fishing mayor.
Right.
So I wanted to, I was racking my brain of like, how do I find a skeezy capitalist mayor? And I think the easy answer is always to find like some like guy who looks literally like a human pig is like the prototypical like capitalist mayor. Like, gotta think about the money for the town. It's like a fucking like, I don't know, like a literal pig.
Oh wow.
So I didn't want to do that. Mitch knows that I've started revisiting ER in lieu of Grey's Anatomy being so bad that I can no longer watch it. So I've been hunting for that next hospital drama fix, and I went back to the 90s with ER, and I've been a huge fan. I think it's a great show, actually, and It's incredibly well produced. But there is an actor on there who's a giant piece of shit. And he also plays a turd in RoboCop.
That's no way to talk about Clooney, man. Come on now. He ain't that bad.
I picked Paul
Stole my
McCrane.
joke.
I picked Paul McCrane, who plays "We killed you, you're dead," and it's the gas station explosion guy. That's Paul McCrane, and he plays the former heart surgeon,
Rocket Romano.
Rocket Romano,
Yes.
and then he becomes the chief.
Okay, the guy who gets slimed with like nuclear waste and stuff. Oh,
Yeah. That's the guy. It's the nuclear waste sludge guy. He would make such a good trashy mayor, capitalist pig mayor.
Dang, that's good. I'm jealous. I didn't pick that one now. Oh, Nathan has a pick for Michael Brodie. Where'd it go? He said Gary Oldman.
yeah. Well, what couldn't he do, really?
Exactly. Mitch, who's your Mayor Vaughn?
Yes, I mean, this is a character who's skeezy and but there's something to him. I wanted to go with a skeezy white guy who you've seen do this before. I think a number of times, but does it very successfully, and that's Shea Wiggum. It was in Boardwalk Empire, and he played probably a similar role in that. What was that series about the fucking Branch Davidians? Waco.
Oh, Waco. Yeah.
He was in that as well. I think he would do a good job here, and he has a connection with one of my other actors as well. But I think he's a great actor, and I think that this is a perfect role for him to be an asshole capitalist mayor trying to get the town and the beaches to reopen.
Good call.
I do like him a lot. He tends to stand out when you do see him.
Definitely.
All right. Well, Jason, who's your mayor?
So my mayor, I want it to be just you can believe that he's a politician. You want to love him. You're going to love everything. But then what the decisions he makes through this story, it really makes it hard to take. And the only man who can pull that off is Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman can make you love to hate him or, hate to love him, something like that. And nobody would see it coming.
Even if they didn't agree with him, they'd listen to what he said.
Exactly.
Just because it's Morgan Freeman.
Exactly.
He was the villain in Chain Reaction, right?
Yeah.
Oh my! Keanu Reeves from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I barely remember that movie.
Hey, Pam here.
That's why
Hey,
I'm
Pam.
here.
Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam. Thanks for joining us.
He was also in Dreamcatcher with like the eyebrows going way up here.
Yeah, Dreamcatcher. Right.
He's like Klingon eyebrows.
James, who is your mayor?
My mayor, I went with someone I'd remember. I went with Matthew Modine, the ageless Matthew Modine.
I like this. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
And most of the stuff he's done is he's been like the standard good guy. But I think there was one. I don't know if it was in Stranger Things or in like Dark Knight Rises, where he's the police guy, but he's very kind of like, screw you, I'm going to do my own thing, or I don't have to. You can't tell me what to do, and just.
That's Dark Knight.
That was Dark Knight. And
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
yes.
Yeah, where he's
in Stranger
just,
Things, he's the like evil scientist dude.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I just figured he could do the duplicitous, authoritarian kind of guy who's put everybody's lives in danger.
See, now Nathan's pick for mayor would be interesting.
Ooh.
D'Onofrio.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
But he looks like a pig, so
And it won't work because it's a guy with no hair. So
yeah, for James rules.
Sorry, Nathan. Sorry.
Not to mention, it might be hard to get. He's got that sweet Marvel money again, so
Yeah, that's true too.
He'd be a tough get.
We're not looking at budget, thank goodness.
That true.
And you'll find out with my pick for mayor.
no.
Yet again, I went more with Jason's style, where it's a guy you want to know he's a politician, you want to believe him, even though he's dragging you to hell. Like Stefan. I picked Jimmy Fox.
Oh.
Because
Ooh.
I
don't hate that, actually. Yeah.
Wait, what? You don't hate that, actually?
Yeah.
Like you were anticipating hating it? What?
I think so, yeah. I was worried. When
See,
when you're like budget isn't an issue, I'm like, what kind of silly ass name is gonna get us?
This is an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren.
Well, I think that if we wanted to produce this on a really low budget, we all missed the opportunity to cast Kevin Spacey in this role.
Oh, dude, we could get him.
We already discussed that.
Kevin Spacey, CK Lewis. We can get a lot of actors cheap.
I think you can just get Kevin Spacey for free now. He just shows up.
Yeah. Let's see who's next. Ellen Brodie. Stefan.
All right.
Who's your Miss Brodie?
Ellen Brodie has wonderful comedic lines, but also a great dramatic performance. So I wanted somebody who could exist in both of those realms without being too distracting. Because a lot of comedians can sometimes just be like, like say, I'm trying to think, like Bridesmaids, who was also in a Marvel movie, name I can't remember, blonde, central
Melissa
character from
McCarthy.
Bridesmaids. No.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. I think if you pick Kristen Wiig, I think she has like a foot too far in comedy that it might be a bit distracting. So I went with somebody else. I went with Maya Rudolph to be my Ellen Brodie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that could be a good performance, actually. And I think she could do the want to get drunk and fool around really well. That's what I was looking for.
That's kind of her wheelhouse.
Yeah. That's the wheelhouse, yeah.
I think it's a good pick.
But okay, the comic nerd in me has to call you out on something you said though. Kristen Wiig was not in a Marvel movie. I'm kind of offended that you said that.
It was a DC movie?
She was in Wonder Woman 84, which is DC.
It's DC.
So
I don't watch
going to
these
be removed
movies.
from the group.
Come on, man.
Oh.
He also made a Star Trek reference to Klingons. I thought that immediately he was going to be shunned. But
I love Star Trek, actually.
Oh no, we don't totally hate the Trek around here. Just we're more Star Wars.
Just let me live, guys.
Pam says we need to get Madman Pondo as one of the dudes eaten by the shark. I agree. That would be fun, and he would have a blast doing that.
Yeah, but wouldn't he just dive into the shark's mouth?
Probably. He'd end up jamming, skewers into its head and hit it with a baseball bat. And Do you guys know Pondo, Mitch and Stefan? He's a deathmatch wrestler.
Okay.
So there is staple guns involved, saw blades, things of that nature. I don't think Bruce stands a chance.
Hence the name
Myself.
Madman.
Yeah.
Yeah. just myself.
I think he might be the most deserving of bestowing his name upon the shark. I think.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he could be the new Jaws. Come
It's
at
the new
you,
Jaws.
blade.
Yeah.
Okay, where were we? Was it?
We'll
Mitch?
move on to my Ellen Brody.
Yes.
Okay. So I went with someone who's a little bit lesser known for their comedic stuff, but I think that has that capability and is an actress who, we don't get enough of her, which, I realized again recently, and that's Neve Campbell. I think she's wonderful. And doesn't really pop up in a whole lot, here and there. But I think she's a great actress. I definitely think that she has the chops to pull off the dramatic and the comedic stuff here. We all know that I love Scream. I think she's wonderful in those movies. And yeah, she's just not in enough. So I'd like to see Neve Campbell play this part.
Nice.
I'm super
Very
down with this.
Oops. Nathan says, just send in Mick Fanning to fight the shark. I don't know.
yeah. Unfortunately, we don't know who that is.
Oh, thank God. I was like, all these inside jokes and I don't know what's going on.
Is this an Australian guy?
Classic Mick Fanning.
I'm wondering. Oh, Pam says that would be good for Pondo because he bleeds very well too, and that is very true. I don't think there's an ounce of his original blood in his body anymore. Jason, who is your Ellen Brody?
My Ellen Brody, I'm picturing more in the kind of more sweet and doting, a little less comedic, but could still be there. I went with Rachel McAdams.
Oh, very nice.
She played the good doting mom, and yeah, I think she could have some fun with my pick for Brody as well.
Yeah, I mean, she was in Game Night, right? So has some comedic stuff to do there, and I really like that movie. So good pick.
Yeah,
like
Game
Rachel
Night's
McAdams.
one of my wife's rare movies that she'll go back to.
Okay,
Yeah, I really liked it as well.
I just looked up Mick Fanning, and he just commented, Aussie surfer that punched on a shark that tried to eat him, and he won. Yeah,
Fair enough.
okay, dude.
I was gonna say I IMDb'd him and a bunch of surfer stuff came up and I was like, I don't think that's right.
That's him.
There was another news story just recently where a woman was attacked by a shark and her husband punched the shark to get it off her and saved her. Can you imagine if you save your wife from a shark attack? The kind of brownie points you now have?
Oh yeah.
Well, because as you stated, she couldn't fight off the shark on her own.
Wasn't even going there. Come on now.
Okay, Jason, who's your Ellen Brody that we know will never?
We just said Rachel McAdams.
Oh, so sorry. That's right.
Yes, Ronnie James.
Okay. So female blonde, a bit of comedy. I went with Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory.
Ooh. I love me some Kaylee.
Bazinga.
I do. Oh, I do like Penny.
And that kind of adds to your James Marsden hop combination.
It's another milk bag.
Sure. I'm not gonna watch Hop, so sure.
Dude, they're both in it. They're the main people.
Yeah, it's a kids movie, so who cares?
Oh, come on. There's so many adult jokes in there. It's not funny.
You're right. The movie's not funny.
I said it's not funny, right? That was unintentionally late. Okay, for my Ellen Brody, who did I pick? Oh, yes. Because like everybody, she's got some dramatic stuff, but there is that touch of comedic edge, and I've seen her do this. Not to mention she is a great combination with the person I have picked for Brody, because I've seen them on screen together, and they have kind of a little bit of chemistry. So I went with Carla Gugino.
Oh, nice.
She's got the drama from Sucker Punch and Sin City and things like that, but Son-in-Law, she is freaking hilarious. So nice.
Son-in-Law, like the Pauly Shore movie?
Yeah.
That's going way back, man. Way back.
Pauly Shore is your Brody, isn't he?
No, he's Quint.
You might be able to do it.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome. Okay.
You want to take out a shirt? You get the weasel.
Stop wheezing on the juice, buddy.
Wow.
But now we're about to find out because we're on to Quint.
Are we really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. Mitch claimed he has the perfect casting for Quint.
I believe I do.
All right, you believe you do. I have my challenger up to the plate. I wanted somebody who has the kind of like angular, furious brow of Robert Shaw, but also could potentially bring a different performance. And I went with Mads Mikkelsen as my Quint.
Ooh.
He looks like he could have a beer and you wouldn't know if he'd want to kill you or not after he's finished. So,
damn, you're coming in hard, man.
I'm not sure the movie could survive him. He's too good for the movie. It would collapse.
I love him so much.
Now I'm second guessing mine too.
Mitch, I'm eager.
It's a wonderful, wonderful pick. I love Mads Mikkelsen and would be thrilled if he was cast in this role.
Now we're going to get Mitch's.
Sorry, I have to publicly say, Mitch recommended Another Round, which is a great Danish film a long time ago, and I finally watched it, and it is amazing.
The Mads movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Cool. I assume you've already seen The Hunt?
The Hunt. It's the director of The Hunt. His new movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So go watch that movie. But in the meantime, I'll tell you about my pick, who has experience with my director, Jeff Nichols, has experience acting opposite Shea Wiggum, and will happily tell you that there is a storm coming because it's Michael Shannon. I think would be brilliant as Quint. I think he is amazing. Michael Shannon is wonderful, and I think that as a drunken sailor would be just a treat to watch. So
I gotta say that's a great pick.
Okay.
Dull eyes, black eyes.
I can. He'll do it.
He will do it.
Okay, so Jason, no pressure, but these are two amazing picks.
They are.
Who is your Quint?
My Quint, I was picturing like just a badass, mean mountain of a man, and right now the man who stands there is Rip from Yellowstone, Cole Hauser.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very good.
Cole Hauser, to me, I think this movie ends differently. I think when that shark jumps up on the back of the boat, Quint kicks the living shit out of the fucking shark and roll credits.
Rides him off into the sunset. He breaks that shark.
There we go. Even better. Yes.
That's a cool pick. I like that.
Cole Hauser kind of, on my radar at least, disappeared for a while. When I heard he was on Yellowstone, I was like, oh, interesting. And then I started watching the show, and god damn, he's intense.
He is very good on that show. Absolutely.
Okay. I didn't realize he was on that show. I think he's an underrated actor.
He's a standout on this show.
Yeah.
He's in Too Fast, Too Furious, so...
He is.
He's great in Tigerland. If
everybody
has
a
hidden gem to watch
somewhere. Okay, seriously.
Tigerland is amazing.
Look at Halloween or Curse of Michael Myers, the Paul Rudd. Okay, without that, we get no Paul Rudd. So everybody's got that one film.
I think
he's more. Cole Hauser star in a movie where he was like fighting creatures as well, like The Cave.
He was in Pitch Black, but he was also in The Cave. He was also in The Cave. Yes.
Oh, he's in the ER too, guys.
He's in
the ER.
What's C? No, okay. All right.
He's also in. He starred in Paparazzi.
James, who is your Quint?
Okay, my Quint. I went with the older, grizzled veteran actor who has mostly comedic chops, but because he's in one of my favorite shows, Burn Notice, he can occasionally pull out the serious face. I went with Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
what?
Wow,
that's a curveball.
That is a serious curveball.
Is he gonna have a chainsaw on the boat?
I don't care. It would improve it.
No, because they already did that in one of the Sharknado movies. You can't kill a shark with a chainsaw anymore because Sharknado already did that.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't copy Sharknado, we can't kill sharks anymore.
And what did I enjoy more than Jaws?
Sharknado.
Mile 22.
Oh,
Battle
Mile
Los
20,
Angeles.
Mile 22. My favorite movie of their respective years. Thank you very much.
A long list, I'm sure.
Well, for my Quint, I knew the guy had to have a certain set of skills.
Oh,
Are you Jason Stathaming this?
Hasn't he done
Liam
this?
Neeson. Liam Neeson. Oh.
Liam Neeson is the only guy that can sit in that boat and deliver those lines with any kind of mad power behind him, like Quint did. So I got to go with Liam Neeson on that. That shark does not stand a chance. I'm with Jason. The shark doesn't win in that one. Boom, stick to the shark face.
James, are you trying to make yours a little more comedic?
No, I'm trying to make it entertaining and watchable.
You're just you have a bunch of bags of milk and you're just slapping them together.
Are you picturing comedy in yours?
I'm picturing good performances and stuff I remember as opposed to what Spielberg did.
I'm ignoring the last part. Okay, I wasn't sure.
This is me.
Alrighty then. Now we are on to number 2, technically, Hooper.
So Hooper has some, again, wonderful comedy, but also is a huge nerd. So I wanted somebody who has that kind of like track record who I think hasn't had this type of role yet. So it's something that they could grow into. And I picked David Dastmalchian.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
He's the polka dot man in the Suicide Squad. He's also in the Dark Knight in a very, very small role. This person is somebody who deserves much more than they've been given thus far in his career. And I think people will see much more from him in the future. And I think this would be like a great role. You know what I mean? So that's David Dastmalchian. Also a wonderful person, you know?
I can see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice pick.
Thank you.
And a very funny supporting actor in the Ant-Man movies.
Yeah, exactly. He's
just
funny in anything. Yeah.
That is true too. I forgot he was in there.
Yeah, but he really does steal the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
It just looks so good.
Okay, Mitch, who is your Hooper?
My Hooper is somebody who, just in general, I think is an outstanding actor, and maybe a little bit too much of an A-lister at this point for this role. But I think that he can play a good a nerd character. I don't know that we've seen that necessarily from him, hints of that. But I also think that this actor would add an interesting dynamic within the tensions between Hooper and Quint, and that is because it is Mahershala Ali who I am choosing to
really
Hooper. Yes, I think that in something like Green Book, you get a little bit of a hint of like someone who sort of sticks to the rules and is very like educated and has a certain way of speaking, and I think that he's a good enough actor that he can dial into pretty much anything. But I do think that the dynamic would be a little bit more interesting. There'd be more layers there, with some racial undertones between Quint having a disliking for Hooper. I just think it'd be an interesting dynamic. I think he's a great actor, and I'd like to see him do this role. And having a little bit of more diversity in the cast certainly doesn't hurt.
I would agree. I think this is a great pick. Also, I don't think he's big enough yet to be distracting at all. So super down with this. He hasn't done Blade yet. It's not out yet.
Didn't he win an Oscar?
He was nominated. He was not nominated for Green Book. Was he also for Moonlight?
Moonlight.
He may have won.
Did he won for Moonlight?
Well,
he may have.
I think he won for Moonlight and didn't win for Green Book, but
And although technically
Moonlight is such a good movie as a tangent here, guys.
I have yet to see that one, but Green Book is amazing.
Moonlight is the king of those two. The movie is a certified ripper.
Interesting.
It is. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
It's not one I would generally go to, but that was one my son pulled me into, and yeah, it was. I did enjoy it.
Amazing cinematography in it too.
So
Yeah,
he won Best Supporting Actor for both Green Book and Moonlight.
Oh.
Okay.
What?
So there you
And
go.
I have to say, he technically has done Blade.
Yes,
He's
technically.
done. He's finished, I believe. Yeah.
No,
No.
something has come out with him as Blade.
Eternals.
Yeah, I'm
You get his voice.
exactly.
Very
I'm
nice.
really
Still
grabbing
counts.
the edge of the envelope.
Still counts.
I mean, I saw the trailer for the Eternals. I was like, nah.
It's not bad, honestly.
Give it a chance.
As someone who
chance.
is not really a person that cares about Marvel movies, I actually appreciated that it swung a little bit more than a typical Marvel movie does. I appreciated it for that.
Yeah, it's worth the watch. Like, honestly, will I ever watch it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
But it entertained me a lot while I watched it. So, and that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah.
You beg. Okay. Totally lost track. That was Mitch's Hooper, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So we're on to Jason.
All right, mine. I wanted somebody a little bit different, but who could really bring a serious nerd. And I like John Cho for Hooper.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I like
He's
John
great
Cho.
with that.
Yeah.
He's great with the Bruce Campbell kind of Quint.
No, I think John Cho's got the chops where he would definitely bring something different. You would not have to risk comparing him to what Dreyfuss did.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem you're gonna have if when doing something like this is there's gonna be comparisons. So I think in this case, yeah, John Cho would make a good fit. Especially, I think he'd work well with my Brody.
Who's this? Chris Pine.
You got Jason's pick.
Cal Penn.
There you go.
Okay,
That's the Jaws we all want to see.
James. Now I'm curious. Who is going to sit beside Bruce Campbell in that boat?
Well, after Mahershala Ali, I can never pronounce his name properly, kind of overshadowed my pick because I went with the quirky, again, kind of nerdy, funny guy. I went with TJ Miller.
Also pretty cheap right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Probably.
There you
Probably.
There's a wee bit of a comedic edge in your top three so far. Just throwing that out there.
that's true.
Yeah.
And be careful if you send him on a junket and he has to travel by train, he might call in a bomb threat. Just saying.
I can
Yeah,
already
well,
see his acting in this. Hey, buddy,
as
there's
they,
a shark here.
as they say, fuck them if they can't take a joke.
There might be a couple in this one, I think. Yes. Well, with my Hooper, I went again with something that Stefan said. You wanted that nerdy kind of quality, you know, but yet still someone you can believe can get in the water with sharks and not be too terrified. I went with Edward Norton.
I'm into
Nice.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
Interesting.
You know, the only worry would be he'd grab the script and then rewrite it and then, you know, things like that. But other than that, I think he would nail Hooper.
And then if they decide to do a sequel, he's going to ask for too much money and more creative control. And
That's when they bring in Eric Bana. Or
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, sorry.
oh,
Yeah. Is Eric Bana coming back? Is he going to be in the Multiverse of Madness or something?
Wrong Hulk. Oops. Forgive me, Mark. Okay, let's get to our number one now, Sheriff Brody.
Well, there's been discussion of whether or not a woman could fight a shark. I believe that could happen. I believe that it could exist in reality. So I have picked somebody who is no stranger to braving water. I have picked
Blake.
curb stomping a shark. That could also be
Edward
true.
Norton.
Edward Norton's involved. Yes, that is true. I have picked as my Chief Brody, Kate Winslet. Fight me.
Okay.
He's got
No,
water experience.
That's right.
Mayor of Easttown has shown a grit. So everybody thinks that Chief Brody is like the hero of a movie, but he's actually such a nerd and a knob through the entirety of the movie. Like he is forced to do the chum aboard the ship while Hooper is playing cards because his job is to steer the ship, because he actually has some kind of value aboard the ship, whereas Chief Brody is like a nothing. He doesn't know how to tie knots. He doesn't know how to do anything. So he does the chumming. Like he just is largely ineffective, like police chief. So I wanted somebody who could have that kind of vulnerability to the role. So it doesn't have some like jock as like Chief Brody that is like fully like. I mentioned Rob. I noticed something new while watching this movie today for the first time. When they're walking towards the town hall meeting, deciding what they should do with the beaches, he's walking down the hallway, and there's like one of those wood paneled signs that are like ringed together with like metal loops, so they have give to them. He's like walking, he just hits it and just like bounces off. And I've never noticed it before in my entire life. And that is perfectly emblematic of this character. He is going through life and just smacking everything as he goes. He isn't like that charismatic. He isn't like that dexterous. Like I want somebody who has like a little bit of a rough edge to them. And we've seen Kate Winslet as Mayor of Easttown. She's done that, but this would be something new because that is a much more grizzled role. And I think she could kind of like bridge what she's done with what she's done in Mayor of Easttown and fulfill this role successfully. So that's why I've picked Kate Winslet. Also, she rules.
If she can survive on a piece of wood in the ocean, okay, when everybody else is freezing, I think she's got the job as sheriff.
It's true.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I can see it. I like Kate Winslet. I think she's a great actress, and I enjoyed her in Mayor of Easttown. So I think it's a good pick.
I haven't seen the show, but I've heard nothing but good things about it and about her particularly in it.
Yeah, it's a very good performance.
I got to bet I've never looked at Brody that way before, but you're 100% right. He's just a guy in the right place at the right time to be the final guy.
The wrong place.
Like he's not cool at all. Period. The whole movie, he's not cool. I don't want a cool guy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No pun intended. He was out of his depth.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it.
He was. Yeah.
I said no pun intended.
All right. Well, as far as my pick goes, I struggled with this one a lot because there's so many leading men, and again, I was like, oh, these are all like safe choices, and I didn't want someone who was too handsome, like you said, like a jock, and I went back and forth.
You cast yourself.
It was tough. So I made sure to cast someone we all know, Madman Pondo. A name I don't know who the fuck. I'm sorry. I picked a guy who I like a lot. Again, I don't know that I love this choice, but I didn't want to pick someone too big or too handsome. No offense to him, he's still a good-looking guy. I chose James Badgedale.
Nice,
Brody. I think he's a strong actor. Stefan, you look confused. The empty man.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was looking. Name is not slapping me in the face. That's all.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's a very good actor. I think he can do the sort of quiet, restrained stuff. I don't think he needs to be too over the top for this role. Again, someone with a little bit of rough around the edges. Again, he might be a little bit too much of the cool guy, but again, I didn't want to pick Oscar Isaac or Bradley Cooper or somebody, because I just like these guys are too cool or too handsome or too capable seeming for me. So I went with James Badgedale.
He is great in 13 Hours.
Yeah, he is good in that movie.
Okay, good pick. All right, Jason.
My Brody, he fits everything what you've described, and well, his name alone tells you why. His name is Timothy Olyphantastic.
That his birth name? I don't recall that.
Come on, Timothy Oliphant would crush this role, hands down.
I like Timothy Oliphant. I think that he's definitely leans on the too cool for school vibe that is
I
not
think you
Brody.
bring that into Brody, and then boom, he's out of his element. He's out of his depth, as I said.
He's an overconfident
yeah.
police.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think he could because he's kind of already done it in the Crazies.
So yeah, maybe he just came in. He's thinking he's coming into this sleepy little town. What trouble is there going to be? And now he's got to deal with a fucking shark.
Yeah, you make a good point about the Crazies. I really liked him in that movie. It's good shit. So,
and he's all about lawmen. Justified, Deadwood. It's all law.
Well, Justified is where I'm like, this guy's too cool for school.
Right.
Everything.
Book of Boba Fett.
He would be like, the beach needs to be closed. Mayor's like, no, we're going to open it. No, we're closing the beach. The end. The movie's done.
Sunglasses on.
Closing this goddamn beach.
Shoots the mayor. That was just. Good pick. I loved him in anything. James.
Oh, okay. For Brody, I initially had thought of, because I'd seen him mostly in comedy, but a little bit of seriousness in Lethal Weapon TV show. I was initially going to go with Sean William Scott, but because I'd only seen him do a little bit,
don't you dare.
Because I'd only seen a little bit of season 3 when he showed up, I actually went with the guy who made me love that show the first 2 seasons. I went with Clayne Crawford, who has done more than just Lethal Weapon. And I thought he does great seriousness and comedy with a bit of an edge.
He's also probably cheap right now, too.
I was going to say, isn't this another problematic
I believe
guy?
so. I was thinking the same thing.
Fired from the show?
Depending on if you believe what you read.
I think he was more of like a production dick. And that was the issue. Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway.
Cheap. Yeah.
Him and TJ Miller.
It'd be the worst set to be on it ever. The entire crew quits in the first 3 days.
There's our big 3. Is we get Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K., and Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson.
Just for you, Rob. I could have had my director be Victor Salva.
Oh, there we go.
No, an actual pedophile.
See?
Or Brian Singer.
There you go.
Most offensive remake
Roman Polanski.
Yes.
Those are good options.
Co-directed. Okay, well, my pick.
Rob, sorry, one day we need to do that. We'll do a recast with only problematic people that have been canceled.
But we have to pick like a sweet and wholesome movie to do it.
Oh no, dude! It's the offensive recasting of Blazing Saddles.
No, it's Homeward Bound, except the voices have to open against people.
Wizard of Oz. Could we pull off a Wizard of Oz?
The Sound of Music.
Oh. We can find some. Yes. Well, with my Brody, I, apparently do not feel the same as Mitch because, again, I didn't look at the character like Stefan had described, and I thought I'm a bit more capable. I picked Oscar Isaacs. Because
he's a great actor. I love him. I'm sure he'd do a great job.
I love him as Poe Dameron, and then in Annihilation, I thought his character was good. We won't talk about the movie. I thought his character was good.
Yeah,
and then the movie was awesome.
The movie's trash.
I like the movie.
And then
this is a divided line between Mitch and I as well.
You should see the card counter.
I'm really excited to watch the card counter.
It's very good drama going through like this with him and Ty Sheridan, and it turns on a dime. I won't tell you where.
Oh, Abu Ghraib. I've already been told. Yeah.
No. It's not about. It's that's in the trailer. There's a point in the movie where it turns like that. You're like, holy shit, this just got real.
I'm a huge Paul Schrader fan. I think, like, for our Mitch and I's podcast, I think I want to do Cat People at one point because Mitch, I think you're gonna fucking hate your time. To be really honest with you.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry.
Sorry.
This is a good conversation. Trust me, this is the beauty of this. You don't know where it's going to go, and that's what I love about it. Trust me. But with my pick with Oscar Isaacs is also because of his connection with Carla from Sucker Punch. When they do their dance at the end, like seriously, I there's chemistry with those two, and it would be cool to see him in that kind of role. So,
fair enough.
Okay.
Also, he dances in Ex Machina, and it's wonderful.
Great dancing.
Great dancing. Great dancing.
See?
Also, if you guys haven't seen it, A Most Violent Year is a wonderful movie.
Oh, that movie's so good.
I'd recommend that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about new?
Watch it. Come on, please.
So good.
Okay, literally, I just wanted to use the clip.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I would use it too.
Now, in regards to Oscar Isaacs, I am really looking forward to Moon Knight.
Yes.
I think he's gonna really be swinging for the fences on that one.
From the trailer I've seen so far, both of them, yes, I'm excited. And I used to love that book when it was coming out. I used to read it all the time, so I'm very excited to see what he's going to do.
I know absolutely nothing about that character other than what little bit I've caught just with the build up for the show.
Sometimes that's better because I know that's how I went to Doctor Strange. I think I saw him in other books that I was reading, but I never read a book about him.
Yep.
And the movie really was good. So
you need to take the MCU separately. If you don't know the original material, it's best to take them on their own.
Yeah. I always find it interesting to watch, even DC, to see how they twist it for their universe.
Mm.
You know,
there is something to that. Yes.
Yeah. Especially with Doctor Strange coming up. So I'm curious.
Oh, that new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear Patrick Stewart's voice.
Yep. So my son thought it would be funny as if they introduced him as, a different character and not Charles Xavier. Fans will riot. Okay.
It's Captain Picard.
Yep.
He knows all about alternate realities. Star Trek Generations, after all.
Yeah.
It's true. See?
Yeah.
It could work. The multiverse of madness doesn't just mean MCU.
Exactly. Star Trek 2.
Mm-hmm. Peter Weller's RoboCop.
I love Peter Weller, as an aside.
Okay, we got one last one to do if anybody did this.
I did.
Bonus.
I did it.
Bruce.
Did it too.
I couldn't. James, did you? Oh, good.
It's an animatronic shark. What are you going to do?
It's got no hair. What are you going to call it?
I picked the animatronic King Kong to replace the animatronic shark. That's my point. All right, Stefan, who is your Bruce?
I think most of you guys know I have a dog. It has mangled teeth, and it likes to bite me and draw blood. So I decided to name the shark after my dog and call it Preston.
There we go. That would be
would
terrifying.
It be Preston in a shark costume or just
I'm
in
going to try to do that for Halloween this year.
Oh my God, that'd be brilliant.
He's a monster.
Nick, who's your Bruce?
So my Bruce, I love Jaws and shark movies in general have always attracted me. And there's a little known gem called Deep Blue Sea, which we may all be familiar with. And there's some terrible CG in that movie. But there are also some really great practical animatronic sharks in that movie. And if you're going to do anything, if I have to pick something here, that would be my choice. There's a few scenes where they utilize them and they look amazing. And then there's other scenes where it's just CG and it's garbage. But if you haven't, look them up because they look fantastic. They're not necessarily, I don't think they're great whites, but I'm sure you could do something similar. But yeah,
nice,
really impressive work. So I think that'd be something good to go back to.
Okay, and Jason.
Okay, mine's gonna be it'll be CGI, but we are gonna model a part of the shark on the face of this actor, and he will have dialogue, and we are going to pay him double what Vin Diesel got for doing Guardians of the Galaxy 1 for saying 5 words. We only need him to say 1 word repeated 3 times. Nom, nom, nom. And we're going to save on the CGI budget because we won't have to CGI the teeth because this guy's teeth and his smile looks like a shark and it's Willem Dafoe.
There we go. That's an
I
evil
thought
start.
this through, damn it.
I see that. Willem Dafoe.
When he gets that crooked smile, like doesn't it just look like it could be a shark's mouth? Like he's just gonna eat you alive.
Okay, I can't argue with that smile. You're 100% right. Okay, good pick.
He's also very menacing. So
Yeah,
Right. And he can give us a really good nom 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 sound.
very cool. Well, I'm going to do a cheap, shameless plug for a podcast coming up next month, Figure Gore, and I'm going to destroy Mitch's love of shark movies because in March, Pondo is going to be doing a review of Santa Jaws.
What the?
Kind of into it, guys. Oh, won't lie.
this looks like
it's right up my
a
alley.
Kevin Smith movie.
Shut the. What the?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to play it. Shots.
Well, at least they're trying something new.
That's true. I've never seen a Santa Jaws movie before, so
Oh, that was.
There's a bunch of really bad Italian shark attack movies that are enjoyable as well, like Cruel Jaws and stuff like that.
Dude, look, he's got a Santa's hat and everything.
It's pretty cute. I'd hug it for sure.
And I can't find the picture now, but he gets a candy cane on his forehead and stabs people.
Like a narwhal?
Like a narwhal. Candy cane narwhal.
This is do you feel
Very
linked? Can I
promising.
watch this?
Apparently it's out there somewhere. I've
Is
not
it on
seen it.
Tubi? My favorite dumping ground for unfortunate films.
It's where films go to die.
I love Tubi. I just, to be completely honest with you, I'm looking it up right now, guys. We need to determine if Santa Jaws is on Tubi. That's not. Sorry, that was
Nathan
a
says-
long walk for nothing.
The Lost Room needs to be on our watch list. I've not heard of that one.
what is this in relation to?
I don't know, but Nathan said it, so I wanted to say it for him. That was pretty much it. You said it's not on Tubi?
Okay.
It is sadly not on Tubi.
Oh, well, dang. I was just looking that up. Let me look on Prime real quick. Because now I want to watch it, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Stefan, that shark is not adorable. It's terrifying.
It's pretty cute.
Okay, it's not on Amazon.
It's nowhere. This movie doesn't exist.
Nope, I don't
It's just
think
a
it
fake
exists.
poster.
It's a fake poster.
It exists.
I bet it's one of those movies where they have people like in a pool going, ah! And then they cut to like a stock footage shark, like shot of a shark.
Let me see if I can find it.
I know it exists, and that's all I'm saying.
Have you seen it?
No,
Oh,
but I know it exists.
I can't find it there.
Which one?
Santa Jaws. Nathan says, look it up. It's hard to explain. Oh, look, this guy, Mitch Burrell, said Deep Blue Sea is rad.
That's so weird.
Mitch,
great
this is a
movie.
weird hill. This is a weird hill.
Deep Blue Sea is a good movie. Like,
It's a ton of
it
fun.
is fun. It is fun.
It is
It
fun.
is.
It is fun. Sure.
Let's
I like how
let's not talk about the sequel.
I like how the picture looks like one of our guests. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever
What's
see
this weird
Bait?
multiverse?
Bait 3D? It's a
I
shark
thought you were
movie.
talking about the Jamie Foxx movie.
No,
No.
it's a shark.
No, I know what
movie
you're
from
talking
Australia.
about. Isn't that where like I didn't see that, but isn't that where the supermarket gets flooded and the shark
That's
pours
the
in?
one. It's really,
I
really good.
meant I
It's
meant
good.
to, but I never got around to it.
Mitch, all right, sit down and watch it. And if you hate it, you can select something for me that you'll know I'll hate, and I'll watch it.
Oh, it's on Prime.
There you go. Check it out. It has a terrible poster, so don't judge it.
It has a terrible premise as well.
Can't please Mitch, man. He's just a deep blue sea head only. You know.
Well, Jaws is number one.
I don't know, man.
Got to
prefer
admit,
Deep
though,
Blue
if
Sea.
you could please Mitch, drag Mitch to hell wouldn't be much fun.
Oh man.
Right?
That's
true.
true. And we did have an episode released today for anyone watching this. Go listen to it. We talk about Scream, which we both very much enjoyed.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Which
Nice.
Scream is this?
The
original
most
or
recent one.
The
the
2022 Scream. I had a great time.
The term that I've heard used for that recently is requel.
Yes.
Requel.
That's interesting.
It's a remake and sequel at the same time, where it's a new generation where while they harness the legacy characters of the previous films, they're just commenting on the recent trend of like Halloween 2018, where they use like the Jamie Lee Curtis, then introduce her new family in an attempt to create a new property. I think it's smart. I think it's fun. It's enjoyable. And if you can't be too cynical when you go into those movies, so just have fun with it. Just have fun.
Well,
come on,
guys.
You look so unimpressed, Rob. You're just so deflated. You're like, fuck this movie. Requel?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'm still on the fence, but you're one of quite a few people that have said it's worth it, and it does a nice job doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I am going to watch it. I'm very curious.
Please do.
I'll probably get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Because I did enjoy the original. Sequels kind of start to lose me, but I did enjoy that first one.
I love the sequels for Scream.
I didn't mind it at all, just because it's a new person all the time. Like you're constantly guessing.
Well, it has to be a new person because the villain gets killed every time.
Exactly.
They're just like Agatha Christie murder mysteries, you know?
Yeah, it's not like, oh, it's Jason. We know it's Jason, and Jason's going to kill people.
What did I do? What, why me? What did I do?
Because you and your camp life.
I don't like camping.
Yeah, it shows in the movie.
Yeah. I do get pretty angry when I'm out there.
Right?
I have anger issues. Sorry.
Rather be playing hockey. All right. For another week at the Movie Madhouse. Oh, guys, again, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Yes,
thank you. Always a treat.
It is a blast. Yeah, so we'll get you back again for some other nonsense topic. Oh, yeah, the most offensive recasting. We got to do that one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, for another week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
I'm Stefan. We're together.
Okay. We'll see you guys later.
Toodles.
Bye.
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 I say shut up! It's a man!